How's it going, YouTube? This is Chaos-Reighn here once again. Today may look like I'm going to be showing you the Harbinger farming in Valdos Rest, but although I do have the watchstones that are rolled, which is additional stack of currency and higher value currency shards, what I'm really going to be showing you is actually how to farm a little bit of extra maps. Now, I'm going to do one map just as a to show you that, basically what you're going to look for. I rolled in pretty simply. I don't want to do anything crazy. I am on console, so there is a big lag that you usually encounter while doing this. I usually roll beyond, and the reason I roll beyond is because more rare and unique monsters, more maps. At least in my experience. Now, what we're doing here is because we have favorited maps, both for Legion, for Valdos Rest, for Hayward Hamlet, Linux, so on and so forth, we want to farm a lot of those up. So one of the easier ways to do that is to run Valdos with whatever you can run. If you can run it like 5 orb and then put on the scarab, go for it. But there's better scarabs you can use, so I just recommend doing it on a normal map. That way you can just kind of get a little bit of extra maps in your pool. I often sell my maps, and I actually have a buyer that trades maps for fractured fossils. So there's one of the reasons why I kind of do this. First map, our second map. Looks like we got a couple buffs going. Alright, let's see. I'm just on my standard iShot build that, well, I can't really say standard because I build it different every league and then I change it multiple times throughout the league, but this is my current iShot build. This build is able to do bossing damage as well, only using iShot. I don't have a single target secondary skill. I have one skill and that's it, and that is the iShot. I do have another backup kind of skill, though it's not for damage. It is, but it's not. It's Ensnaring Arrow attached to Mirage Archer. Now, Ensnaring Arrow gives you more damage. Well, it makes enemies take increased damage, which is essentially a more multiplier. It's not a lot, but it's enough that when you're doing several million damage. Oh, I gotta back up real quick because this is where things get hairy. All right. Then we just sit here and kind of off-screen all the Harbingers. Get a bunch of buffs. Oh, we got the teleport buff. So at this point, I usually just spam my life flasks because there is going to be something that chunks you, whether it be fireballs or whatever it is. You can die pretty easily in these Harbinger packs. Having a Harbinger pack on top of the ritual is also pretty beneficial, as you saw. I got a lot of points from that one ritual. Now, if you want to, you can actually take this a step further and put Harbinger scarabs on these, but for the sake of the video, to make it a little quicker, I'm just here to show you kind of what to look for. Now, let's see. Finishing this last ritual. Now I'll go loot real quick, and I can kind of give you a tally of what you're going to look for. Alright, there's another map. Alright, well, why not? Let's just take some sextants and grab a little bit of stuff here. Alright. At some point, I stopped picking up those fossils. Let me take care of this guy real quick. go. I don't really care about Abyss. I feel like Abyss is a waste of time personally, but I'm sure other people like it, just not me. Oh, well, looks like I have a full inventory. Well, putting that in perspective, let's just drop these real quick, pick up some more maps. And in one map, we ended up getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 maps. So that was actually not too good of an example. It's about on the low end of what I usually get, but on average, when I do this, I get about 10 maps per. It's a very easy way to farm up a whole bunch of maps. And because you're going to be canyon farming on here anyway, it's usually worth it. The 6 chaos spent ends up turning into 7 maps, and on average I usually sell maps for about anywhere between 3 to 10 chaos, depending on the map. And of course we got some sextants from the ritual, so it kind of all balances out in the end. Just throw them all in there. Anyway, thank you for joining me yet again. If you guys want to see any more content, or you have any questions on, you know, how to perform with iShot and how to build it, and maybe even how to do it on a budget, just feel free to ask. Though eventually I will say I'll probably get to making budget version of iShot and kind of teaching you guys how to, you know, do whatever you want to with it. This is pretty respectable damage. I'm able to do Cyrus pretty easily. I'm able to really quickly take down all 4 Conquerors. Able to do Shaper, Elder, Uber, Elder. Maven, I still have a little bit of issue with. The only real issue I have is that there's a big black box that comes up still on console. I don't know when they're gonna fix it, or if it's just my console or what it is. Without further ado, thank you. Appreciate you tagging along with my adventures in iShot. Please be sure to like and subscribe. I know, sellout mode, but what can I say? I'm new. I need to get some viewers, right?